Welcome to the Socrata Data Academy course on data communication and visualization. I'm Jeff Press, and I'm the practice leader for government performance at Socrata. I'll be your host for the course, communicating the needs, goals, findings, insights, and recommendations of data analysis is a must-have skill. This course explores fundamental tools and methods for successful communication and visualization of data projects. Before we get going, a bit about me. I'm proud to say I'm from government like all of you, and prior to joining Socrata, I was the Deputy Director of Performance Strategy at the U.S. Department of Commerce. I also served as a Senior Advisor at the U.S. Performance Improvement Council, working extensively with the White House Office of Management and Budget to implement the President's management agenda. All right, so let's dive in. In the previous course on data culture, teams, and projects, you learned that data is a team sport, and the best work with data is done in a collaborative environment that focuses on data-informed decision-making. Even if your team is a well-oiled machine, you're going to need to communicate the results of your work to other people, and often those people might not be as data literate as you or your team. In this course, you'll learn how to use data to tell a story that you can turn into policy and programs which will benefit your community. You'll learn basic story structures, 3 key themes for designing data communication pieces, and easy, basic approaches for visualizing data. Let's get started by taking a look at what communication is all about. Communication can happen in a variety of ways, whether it be verbal, written, visual, with gestures, but ultimately it means the people involved come to a shared understanding of something. You are providing me with your mental representation of that thing, and I am receiving that information and understanding what you mean. The notion of shared meaning is important. You can try to communicate something with me, and if I come away with a different understanding than what you intended, that's a miscommunication. Communication is two-way, at least, and participatory. Stories are the most compelling form of human communication. Think about your favorite story about a family member or friend. You know someone who tells this story incredibly well. Perhaps it's even you. Imagine that person telling that story. They may have people laughing so hard they are crying, or sitting on the edge of their seat, desperate to know what happens next. Stories are powerful because they evoke emotion, and emotions have a strong impact on the decisions we make. That makes them a very effective tool when it comes to convincing people to act on something. When you combine that with data, your power of persuasion increases significantly. The good news is you already know how to tell stories, so all you need now is to really understand their basic structure in order to put them to work for you. And when it comes to understanding that basic structure, few have ever matched Kurt Vonnegut's classic summary. Let's take a look.